What's up, guys? It's me, Zealand, here today on Between the Innings to talk about NFL and the Week 8 games. So I'm probably going to talk about 4 or 5 of the games real quick. I know the lighting is really weird. It looks all eerie and like spooky in the back. I guess you can see that's Halloween mood, but I didn't do that because of Halloween. It's just lighting in this room is kind of bad. I'm at my one of my family members' houses and in their office room, just because they're home right now, so I'm in here, and the lighting on my face is because I have my computer right in front of me. So in the future I'll probably write down notes or like print them out and have them in front of me. But yeah, for now that's why the lighting seems really weird, just this on my face and the eerie lighting in the background. So the games I'm going to go over is the Green Bay Packers versus Arizona Cardinals game, the Eagles-Lions game, the Titans-Colts, the Bengals-Jets, and the Saints-Buccaneers. So, or maybe I might cut it down to 4, I don't know. So first, I'm going to go over the Green Bay Packers versus the Arizona Cardinals. So the Packers won 24-21 in this game to go up to a record of 7-1, and the Cardinals got their first loss of the season. They were 7-0 until this point. Now they're 7-1. I will say, because I'm not going to talk about the Rams game. The Rams are now 7-1 as they beat the Houston Texans. So the Cardinals and the Rams are tied for first, both 7-1 right now. So Green Bay, they didn't really, of course they want to win. They want to make the playoffs, get that first seed. This win just wasn't really totally vital because everyone else in their division is horrible this year. Lions are the only winless team. Vikings and Bears have been doing pretty bad. So the Packers, I'm just going to talk about kind of the stats, the leading people in each game. So Aaron Rodgers went 22 for 37, 184 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. I have Aaron Rodgers in fantasy, so I always want him to do good. I mean, I don't like the Packers, but I just want him to make good plays. Their leading rusher was A.J. Dillon, who I think is usually the backup. He had 16 carries, 78 yards, no touchdowns. The only rushing touchdown was from Aaron Jones, and the leading receiver was actually Aaron Jones, who had 7 receptions, 51 yards, and no touchdowns. The 2 touchdown receptions were from Randall Cobb. Then on the Cardinals side of the ball, Kyler Murray went 22 for 33, 274 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, so not that good, like the interceptions, no. Chase Edmonds was the leading rusher with 7 carries, 30 yards, 1 touchdown. James Conner also had 2 rushing touchdowns. And the leading receiver, so when I say leading receiver, I mean yards. I'm not talking about receptions or touchdowns, whatever. DeAndre Hopkins had 2 receptions, 66 yards. A.J. Green had 5 receptions, 50 yards. At the very end of the game, the Packers won because, I can't remember, I think the Cardinals were making a last chance down the field. They threw it to A.J. Green, and he wasn't even looking at the ball. He was looking like Kyler Murray is behind me, and he's throwing the ball, and I'm looking right here, and the ball's coming behind me, at me. And I can't remember the name of the corner, but I think he's like only been on the team for a little bit, and he picked it off, and that secured the win. I think the Packers are winning at that point. I don't think they had to make the game-winning drive. But yeah, that's a good one for the Packers, beating the best team so far at this point until now, the Cardinals, and I was happy that Cardinals finally got their first loss. Next we have, what did I say? Hold up. Oh yeah, the Eagles and the Lions. So the Eagles blew out the Lions in this game, 44-6 to go up to 3-5. Lions are 0-8. Eagles, I don't really know where that is in the division right now. I think that's probably second or third. I know the Cowboys are definitely in first. Jalen Hurts. Oh yeah, and the Lions are winless still. They're 0-8. Only winless team in the league. But hey, maybe you want those draft picks. You want to rebuild your team for later. Like they got Panay Sewell this year. Jared Goff is not. No, you need to either like drop him, trade him for draft picks, and then get a really good quarterback this year. So I'm going to go over the stats. Jalen Hurts for the Eagles went 9 for 14, 103 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Gardner Minshew also played 2 snaps, getting 11 yards. On the rushing game, Jalen Hurts had 7 carries, 71 yards, so most rushing yards goes to the quarterback. But there were 4 rushing touchdowns. That was the only touchdowns in the game were from rushing. Boston Scott, who had 12 carries, 60 yards, had 2 touchdowns. And Jordan Howard, also 12 carries, had 57 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. And on the receiving end, Dallas Goedert, I think it's Goedert, has 6 receptions, 72 yards. Yeah, no touchdowns. And then on the receiving end, Jared Goff went 25 for 34, 222 yards. Hey, at least he didn't have any interceptions. If you're a Lions fan, I guess he didn't throw any touchdowns, but no interceptions. Still bad. Trade him. DeAndre Swift was the leading rusher with 12 carries, 27 yards. The only rushing touchdown was from Jermar Jefferson. He had 2 carries, 6 yards. And the leading receiver was T.J. Hawkinson, the tight end, with 10 receptions, 89 yards. No receiving touchdowns. So, yeah, it looks like also there were 3 fumbles for the Lions, including one from Goff. They recovered 2, lost one of them. Yeah, the Lions are horrible. I like watching MMG. He's a YouTuber about Madden here, and he's very funny. He's a Lions fan, so I kind of feel bad for him, but hey, he's an MSU fan too, and they're 8-0, so the Lions are a really bad franchise, and I think they're going to be for the next 10 years, and it's going to be quite a while until they can rebuild. So I already see I'm taking, like, it's already been 7 minutes. I think I did kind of a long talking intro. I'm adding a lot of unnecessary comments. So this might become 4, I don't know. Trying to get it at least under 12 and a half minutes. Next, I'm going to do the Saints-Buccaneers game. So the Saints won this game 36-27. They are now 5-2. The Buccaneers are 6-2. The only reason they have that one more win is because the Saints have already had their bye week. The Buccaneers have not. So yeah, this is really big for the Saints to win, to be only a game behind from the Buccaneers. And hey, you know that you have the same losses, so this definitely will change out when the Buccaneers do have their bye. And if you win that week, then boom, you're tied and whatever. So Saints, I definitely think, are an underdog team. I'm going to add at the end of the video a link to my over-underrated video that I made on Monday. And I posted it Tuesday morning, which is today. I'm recording this on Tuesday. I really think the Saints are an underdog. I didn't expect them to be this good, but they are doing good. So the leading passer for the New Orleans Saints, Trevor Siemian. I don't know that name. I think the reason he played, I can't remember. Jameis Winston had some type of leg injury. But Trevor went 16 for 29, 159 yards, 1 touchdown. But Jameis Winston did play he had 10 passing attempts. Got 6 of those were completions. He had 56 yards and 1 touchdown. On the ground, I always say, I need to figure out, is it Kamara? I always say Kamara. Alvin Kamara was the leading rusher at 19 carries, 61 yards, 1 touchdown. And in the receiving game, Kevin White had 1 reception, 38 yards. The touchdowns came from Traquan Smith, who had 3 receptions, 33 yards, and the other from Alex Armah, 1 reception, 1 yard. So I guess he just got that one play. They did have 2 fumbles. They got both. And then the Buccaneers, Tom Brady, 28 for 40, 375 yards, 4 touchdowns, but he did have 2 interceptions. On the ground, Giovanni Bernard, 2 carries, 30 yards, no rushing touchdowns for anyone. And the leading receiver, Chris Godwin, had 8 receptions, 140 yards, 1 touchdown. The other touchdowns were from, I want to say, Cyril Grayson, Mike Evans, and Giovanni Bernard. So, yeah, an okay game by the Buccaneers, but you really need to win that. Now, the Saints are only a game behind, and like I said, that's because they've already had their bye. Definitely think the Saints are going to win this division. I think the Buccaneers are going to fall apart later in the season. I really dislike the Buccaneers just because I mostly don't like Tom Brady at all. But, yeah, the Buccaneers need to win that game. So did the Saints. Saints came through, go up to 5-2. Buccaneers to 6-2. So I've already done 3. I think I guess, try to fit in 2 more. I have to do this game, the Jets and the Bengals. So I've kind of been rooting for the Bengals this season. Yeah, I'm not a fan at all. Not bandwagoning. I don't like them. My favorite team is the Rams, but I like the Cowboys a little bit because I'm from Dallas. I was born there. Whole mom's side of the family is from there. Bengals, I don't like them. I just thought it was cool, underdog, and I wanted them to win most of their game. So the Jets won this 34-31. They're 2-5 now, and the Bengals are 5-3. The Bengals kind of really need to win this one to make sure they don't fall off. I think their division rival, the Ravens, I forgot to be doing this. I have okay, you can't even see it in this lighting. I have every single, all 32 NFL mini helmets, gumball sized, right next to me. I was going to show them every time I told the game. But, yeah, the Jets won this game. And, I was rooting for the Bengals, but they won, and the Bengals really need to win this game to stay in the race, kind of. I mean, they still are in the race. It's just was sad to see them lose this. On the Bengals side, Joe Burrow went 21 for 34, 259 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay game. And then on the rushing ground, Joe Mixon had 14 carries, 33 yards, 1 touchdown. And the leading receiver is T. Higgins with 4 receptions, 97 yards. And the 3 touchdowns were from Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase. But this is the headline of the story. Zach Wilson, I can't remember if he was injured or he just didn't play for some reason. Mike White, the backup quarterback, and I think he's like 3rd or 4th string because they got Joe Flacco like a week or 2 ago. Mike White, in his first career start, I'm pretty sure, 37 for 45, 3 touchdowns, 405 yards. He did have 2 interceptions, but come on, that's his first game. Insane, bro. Mike White for MVP right now. I'm calling it. Mike White, Jets, Super Bowl. I'm not joking. And then the leading rusher, Michael Carter, had 15 carries, 77 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. And the leading receiver was Michael Carter with 9 receptions, 95 yards, 0 touchdowns. The receiving touchdowns were from Ty Johnson, Tyler Croft, and Braxton Berrios. So yeah, Mike White, bro. Jets with all these picks I have. Do you keep Zach Wilson? Do you stick to Mike White? If you're having this good of a game, I guess he could be a 1-game fluke, but he looked really good out there. And yeah, I guess I'm going to try to squeak out one more. This is going to be like a 50-minute video, which I did not want it to be. Titans Colts, sure. So in this game, really the big story was Derrick Henry, I guess, got injured. I don't remember why, but he's apparently out for the season, or they say he's going to be. I can't remember if they confirmed if he's out, but yeah, that's crazy for all those fantasy owners. Sorry, I'm clicking my phone because it just said I got to 10%, even though my phone's plugged in. But yeah, Derrick Henry, all those fantasy people that have him are probably so mad right now. And Titans, you're in jeopardy now. I don't think you're winning the Super Bowl. So Titans win this one, 34-31 against the Indianapolis Colts. They are 6-2. Colts are 3-5. Colts kind of want to win this game, but they don't. Oh, Titans are in their division, I guess. So Colts are kind of really out. I don't think they're winning their division. But the Titans, I'll just go over really quickly. Ryan Tannehill went 23 for 33, 265 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have 2 interceptions, though. Derrick Henry on the ground had 28 carries, 68 yards. There was no rushing touchdowns from anyone. And the leading receiver, A.J. Brown, had 10 receptions, 155 yards, and a touchdown. The other 2 touchdown receptions were from Geoff Swam, I think that's how you say it, and Nick Westbrook-Ikine, I think. So, yeah, Derrick Henry, I guess he left at the end of the game, but you're scared right now, even if you're 6-2. A.J. Brown, Julio Jones haven't been playing that good, and Ryan Tannehill is a mediocre quarterback. The Colts, Carson Wentz went 27 for 51, really trying to throw the ball a lot. 231 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have 2 interceptions. Jonathan Taylor was the leading rusher with 16 carries, 70 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. And the leading receiver, Michael Pittman Jr., had 10 receptions, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns. So yeah, Colts, I guess you wanted to win that game, but it's whatever. Titans, be freaked out right now. That's it for the NFL Week Review for this week. I'm going to probably make some team video about like reviewing a team tomorrow, because I've been doing that so far. The Bengals, the Cowboys, the Chargers I've done. And yeah, that should be coming out on like Thursday. I'll probably record it tomorrow and get it out Thursday. I don't know if this will come out Wednesday. All depends. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to put a link to that underrated video if you want to go watch it. I do have 2 hot takes in there. I don't know if you guys will like, but yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.